Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Entertainment Enthusiast. And for today's show, I'm going to be revealing my top 10 anticipated movies of 2025. Now my list doesn't include everything because there's a lot of stuff that are coming out that might be really good. I just haven't seen much for it. It's all just been speculation. Like I know the new Tron's coming out this year, which might be really cool, sounding cool. Um, the sequel to Now You See Me 2 is coming out, but again, like I've seen snippets, but I didn't even that. So this list doesn't include everything, but this is the ones I'm personally looking forward to the most. But again, there's a lot more other stuff coming out this year that I'm really excited for. So let's dive on in. All right. So number 10, The Fantastic Four First Steps. The only reason this is on my list is because of the intrigue on it, because the last couple Fantastic Four movies haven't been good. That last reboot that they tried, I knew it was going to be a train wreck from the get go, and lo and behold, it was. This one's intriguing because it's the first time in the MCU they're introduced, and the cast is a pretty solid cast. Like Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic, Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm. I forgot who's playing Ben. The Thing, and Vanessa Kirby plays Sue Storm. So I'm intrigued, in the time period set in the '60s is intriguing. But the big reason is here is because it's like, what are they going to get introduced into the current timeline? I don't know. There's a lot of intrigue with it. We haven't seen a trailer for it yet. But I'm intrigued on it because I want to see if they can actually nail this, because they're going to set up Doctor Doom, which is who's being portrayed by Robert Downey Jr. So this is all it's the intrigue of Marvel, of where do we go from here. So again, I'm intrigued on this. I like the cast, so I'm hoping it does well. I don't know, kind of skeptical on it, but again, it's anticipated because I'm intrigued on to see more from it. So that's why it's my number 10. Number 9 is Superman. This is the first theatrical release movie under the new regime of DC, which is the new regime of James Gunn. They just revealed a trailer for this a few weeks ago. The trailer looks intriguing. Of all the people that they got in there, they bring in Crypto, his dog. A lot of intrigue with this. So I liked what I saw from the trailer, seeing him get beat up and landing at his home, like at it in the Fortress of Solitude location. I'm intrigued on it because this is the first one in the James Gunn universe, theatrical release one, because they're currently in 2 weeks they're gonna start filming the Supergirl movie. So so I got faith in James Gunn because he's made some tremendous, like he made not tremendous, great movies. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies were fantastic, and I like his style. I like James Gunn, and like I just want to see like how this does, and I hope it does well, so DC can actually start getting some wins, because DC's been kind of lackluster as of late, with their stuff. Peacemaker though was awesome, and the season 2 is coming out this year, so I'm excited to see what we got with Superman, to see how this progresses, who's in it. Hopefully, they don't cram a lot of characters into it for the sake of cramming them in there, but it actually makes sense of where we're at. So yeah, I mean, I like what I saw from the first trailer, and it looks, the trailer entertaining, looks interesting. So I'm interested to see where we go. But that's why it's my number 9. Number 8 is Nobody 2. This is the sequel to the Bob Odenkirk flick that came out in 2020, 2021 range. During the pandemic and stuff is when it came out, so not many people got to see this. First one was awesome. Highly entertaining, a lot of great action sequences. Bob Odenkirk was really good in it, and this is the long-awaited sequel to it that came out. So don't know much about what the plot line is going to be for this one, but it's the sequel to Nobody, which, if it's anything like the first one, this is going to be entertaining. And it comes out in August, so in the dog days of summer, so it's like right around when nothing major is coming out, so it might help it to its benefit. But I love the first one, and I'm pumped for the sequel, so that's why it's my number 8. Number 7 is The Accountant 2. The first one did decent at box office, so I didn't really recognize that, and they've been talks for quite a while. that they were going to be making a sequel to this. And my first one came out in 2016, which was highly entertaining, starring Ben Affleck as an accountant, but he's really an assassin. First one was really entertaining. I would say it's a little underrated. So this one, don't know much about the plot line, and I know him and John Burfino are back. Maybe some other people are back in it too. We don't know a lot about it, and it's supposed to come out in April of this year. So I'm just a trailer to see where we're going with this. And the fact that came out, the first one came out in 2016, so we're almost like little under 9 years since the first one came out. So I'm interested to see progression for this because I love the first one, so I'm excited for the sequel. I just need to know more. But yeah, this sounds like if it's going to be anything like the first, this is going to be an entertaining thriller. But yeah, the Accountant, not many people know this is coming out this year. So it's coming out in April, and it will be in theaters. None of that streaming stuff. No, it's going to theaters where it belongs. So that's my number 7. Number 6 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Is it the final one? I don't know. I love Mission Impossible franchise has been really good. There's been after the third one, for me personally, numbers 4 and 5 are kind of lackluster. Like 4 doesn't age well at all because it's in minutes that the time period where Tom Cruise was going to be. They're dropping him from it, and they're going to have Jeremy Renner, the main guy. So anyway, after the fifth one where they introduced Rebecca Ferguson's character from Fallout on, it's been solid. And the last one, the way the last one ended, was a cliffhanger. So it was Dead Reckoning Part 1. They changed the name, so it's technically Dead Reckoning Part 2, but they called it The Final Reckoning. And is this going to be the final one? That's what the trailer keeps teasing. Is it though? We'll see. But no, if you've seen the last couple, you're going to watch this one. I had to have this one on there because the last one was very entertaining, and this one's going to be very entertaining and intense, as they all have. And the big thing is, what's the big stunt Tom Cruise is going to do next? So, and this comes out in May or Memorial Day weekend. So it's good timing for this. So hopefully it does well because there's been speculation about their budget is just incredibly high. And that's when the studios might, when they start putting the kibosh on, stop spending so much money, because the more money you spend before marketing, the less likely it's going to make that money back at the box office. So yeah, this one looks entertaining. I liked what I saw from the first teaser for this. So yeah, I had to have this one on my list. So this is my number 6. Really excited to see where we go. Number 5 is another Marvel movie called Thunderbolts with the asterisks on it. Essentially, I'm calling this the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad, where you have Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, Yelena, Taskmaster, Ghost, Bob, and then the Red Captain America, which is the David Harbour character from Black Widow. Essentially, they're all being tasked with a to-do task. So, but of course, nothing's going to go well at this. And there's an asterisk, which means the speculation they're going to kill some of these people off. I'm interested in it. I like the dynamics of the trailer. Oh yeah, Agent 13, or aka Rent-A-Cop Captain America. Just them bickering with each other. So from the trailers I've seen that the last couple, it looks like it's gonna be pretty funny, pretty entertaining, coming out in May. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see where we go with this. It's another Marvel movie. I'm a fan of both Marvel and DC, so I'm excited for this one as well, just to see where we go. What's the big setup? Who's going to show up? All that kinds of stuff. But I liked what I saw from the trailers for this one, and it looks like the dynamic between all of them, this bickering with each other, is going to be just hilarious. So Thunderbolts, number 5 anticipated movie. Number 4, this movie comes out actually next week, and this is Den of Thieves 2: Pantera. This is the long-awaited sequel to the underrated movie that came out in 2018 of Den of Thieves, which is available on Max for you to stream, and I highly recommend you do so. It is a very intense cops and robbers heist movie. It various times during the shootouts during this in the first one, it felt like I was watching Heat because the gunshots sounded the authentic, kind of like what Michael Mann's done for his movies of Heat, and that just to give the authenticity to this movie. And the trailers look intriguing. Definitely don't recommend checking out the trailers until you've seen the first one because the first one has a twist in it that will get revealed during the trailers. But I was been waiting for quite a while for a sequel for this one, and it's coming out next week. And it looks really entertaining. So yeah, I had Den of Thieves 2 is my number 4. I'm excited for this one because I love the last one, which is a highly underrated movie that's worth checking out. This one can be found in theaters next Friday on the 10th. So Den of Thieves 2, Den of Thieves, definitely worth checking out. And after you watch that, probably check out the sequel. Number 3 is, yes, another Marvel movie, but this one had this one higher up because of what I've seen from trailers. It's got that political thriller aspect to it, which I loved for Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is one of my all-time favorite Marvel MCU movies. That one is awesome. That is the best Captain America movie out there over Civil War. Everything about that was just entertaining. If like that, and this one, I keep getting those vibes. I know there's a lot of reshoots and a lot of behind the scenes like issues or whatever about ooh, can't cast this person as this character. Um, and then the whole title change. It used to be New World Order, but they changed it because that was like a group in the it was like a whole faction from the WCW days, NWO, Hulk Hogan, and all them. So they changed that name. So I'm intrigued with this one. I'm rooting for this one to do well because like I want Anthony Mackie's Cap to be to do well because the build up for him getting the shield in the Winter the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was a cool show, entertaining show throughout, kind of lackluster ending because I was expecting a lot more from it. So I'm intrigued on who's going to show up in this, if there's payoff from that show, and seeing Harrison Ford as the president, so you know he's going to be pointing at people, and then the Red Hulk aspect to it. So yeah, there's a lot of intrigue with this one, a lot of pressure on it since it's being the first movie coming out. It's coming out on the 14th of February. But I got faith it's going to do well, and I will be seeing this one because I liked what I saw from the trailers. It's got Captain America Winter Soldier vibes. And if it gets any aspect of how well that one was, this one's going to be a good movie. But we shall see. But again, I'm rooting for it. And it comes out practically next month. So not that long of a wait before this one. So I'm hoping it does well. I'm really rooting for this one because this is the first big Marvel movie since Deadpool and Wolverine in theater. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I want to see more. My number 2, from the world, John Wick, Ballerina. I love the John Wick movies. They're so well done. The action's well shot. It's entertaining. You don't feel bored throughout it. It's got a great like the storyline for it, and there's so many aspects of the story different in groups that we haven't just gotten a chance to explore yet in the John Wick universe. And the ballerinas were introduced in the third John Wick, but we didn't know much of them until this one. It's not directed by one of the John Wick guys. I believe Len Wiseman's directing this one, but the John Wick director Chad Stahelski, he's involved front hands. I think they had to do a lot of reshoots with the action sequences. This trailer I've seen looks awesome. The featurette I watched looks awesome. I am hyped for this. And in terms of timeline, this is set between the third and the fourth John Wick. So, but Keanu's supposed to appear as John Wick in this one. This is going to be the last role of Lance Reddick's character. Ian McShane's going to be in this one, but the main actress in this one is Ana de Armas, and she plays Eve, who is she becomes a ballerina and trains under the Angelica Houston's group because her family got killed and she wants revenge. And just from the trailer, she's nailed this. Like it definitely seems like she's nailed the character. She's nailed the action sequences. Just the reload sequences, and this from the featurette of watching it, saying that she gets to use a flamethrower and takes out a bunch of guys. Like, yeah, I'm pumped for this one. This comes out in June. It was actually supposed to be out last year, but they pushed it because they had to do a lot of reshoots. I'm rooting for this one. I'm pumped for this one. If you love the John Wick movies, this one's gonna be right up there. It's just that, and then she does confront John Wick and asking him, "Can you show me what you do?" And he goes, "Looks like you already have." And she's nailing it. Like, yeah, like in terms of the action sequences and all that stuff. Like, this is my number two. Like, I'm super hyped for this one. I love the John Wick movies, and anytime I get more John Wick within the universe that's actually done well, it's gonna be that. I mean, just from the trailer alone, I was like, I'm in. I'm in on this one. Yep. So that's my number two. All right. Lastly, my number one anticipated movie of the year. It's kind of a gimme, but but it's also gonna be a huge money maker, and that is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I love the Avatar movies. Plot wise, yeah, I could care less about the plot. I go to see these movies for the visuals. And the visuals from the first one, when I watched it in a 3D, which was just more of a kind of like, let's just see it in 3D because the timing works. It was one of those blind, like let's go in blind with the 3D. I was blown away by the 3D. And I saw the second one in 2022 in IMAX 3D, and I was blown away. That James Cameron is one of those few directors, along with Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, um, amongst others, that focuses on the movie theater going experience. And James Cameron, the reason for the delay for these ones is because he had to build a camera to film the waters of Pandora, which were incredibly shot in the second one. Um, and now I did a review for Avatar: The Way of Water on a previous channel, and yeah, I did one. I talked about the visuals because that's what you're supposed to see when you see Avatar. Nobody cares about the plot. You want to let plot, go to an Oscar movie. You want to go for the visuals. You want to go for the experience that you're not going to get anywhere else, and to see James Cameron create a next like visual spectacle. That's what you go to see those movies for. You don't go see it for plot. And yeah, and I talked about the visuals on that one because as I should, because all the reviews talk about how great the visuals are. Like, you want to watch a plot movie, just go watch it at home. You want to go see a visual spectacle. That's what these Avatar movies are. And the intensity of the second one, there's so many aspects of it. It felt like he was blending in all different types of movies, from aliens, the tension, to the action sequences. James Cameron knows what he's at. You may not like the man, but you got to give him props that he can make a movie, a visual spectacle. And practically the budget of the rest of the Avatar flicks was about like 2 billion. Second one made it, no problem in terms of box office. This is going to make money. And until everybody gets on that train, these movies are not going to flop. These ones are going to make money because they have the longevity. When the second one didn't do so hot to start out, everybody's freaking out. Oh my god, it's the end of Avatar. I'm like, I knew going in, like, no, this movie's gonna make money for weeks. And most of the most of the amount it made, most of the 2023 amount of box office numbers, good chunk it was coming from Avatar. Yeah, the movie didn't come out in 2023, came out in 2022, but the amount of money it stayed, the longevity, it was in the top three for weeks. And that's what the first Avatar did, was tops for weeks. And Avatars are the top two of the highest grossing highest grossing movies of all time. Like, both of them making $2 billion. And we're not even done with the rest of the fat. And so practically the budget of the rest of the movies got made by the second one. Like, these are visual spectacles, and this one's gonna be nonetheless. Yeah, there's kind of like references that we're kind of going to the airbending thing. First we did the air, then we did water, now we're doing fire. In terms of the storyline of this one, I don't really know what it is. They just announced that they announced the title back at the last D23. last year, but once we get close, we're gonna see some trailers for this, and then we're gonna get a good idea of what we're gonna what to expect with this one. But I'm there day one, IMAX 3D, because that's the way these movies are meant to be seen, IMAX 3D, because his 3D actually does something. It changes the game. It's like at one point, at some point, he's going to create he's currently working on creating the technology to make the movie so 3D. You don't even need glasses. And there's one man that can do it. It's James Cameron, because he's a visionary in terms of the creating new technologies to enhance the movie going experience. And James Cameron is honestly one of my favorite directors of all time, because he makes these movies that are entertaining. I mean, there's a huge list on my hand of so many hits he's made. And he's also known for creating two of the most badass women characters in cinema history, of Ripley from the Alien flicks and and Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor. Badasses. So I gotta give all the props to James Cameron for being able to do that, creating good characters, creating storylines that flush out their characters, and that makes you actually care for them. And so yeah, I'm pumped for this one. I had to have this as my number one, because I love the Avatar movies. I love going to the theaters. I love watching the experience for them. I want to go for the visuals. I want to have a good time, and that's what I'm going to get. They're long movies, but they don't feel long. I've seen hour and a half movies that felt like 3 hours just because they wouldn't end. The Crow is one of them. It felt like a 3 hour movie because I was so bored. These are not boring. These are entertaining. If you don't like the other Avatar movies, you're probably not going to like this one. It's going to be more of the same. But yeah, I'm pumped for this one in December. It's good timing. This one's going to make money. All of them are going to make money, because it's going to have the longevity factor of going back for more to pick up the other stuff, or just experience it again. And that's what the second one did. That's what the first one did. And that's what the third one's going to do. It's going to get you hooked. It's going to get you come back. And it's going to bring a lot of great revenue, not only just for 2025, but into 2026 as well, because it's going to be in theaters for quite some time. And it's meant to be seen in IMAX. So again, that's my number one, Avatar: Fire and Ash. No question. I'm going for the visual experience, and that's what I'm going to get from this one. So I'm pumped. I'm excited to see a trailer for this one. But yeah, so that's my list. I'll go ahead and break them down again, in case anybody that just missed it or is just tuning in. We got 10 Fantastic Four. I'm intrigued with it. That's why it's my number 10. Want to see more. Haven't seen a trailer for it yet. Casting that, but in terms of the overall story of where we go from here, that's why it's my number 10. Number 9, Superman. Also intrigue, like the first James Gunn's movie under under his new reign of DC Comics. So I'm rooting for it, because DC Comics could use some hits. Nobody 2 is 8. 7, The Count 2. 6, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. 5, Thunderbolts. 4, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. 3, Captain America: Brave New World. 2, From the World, John Wick: Ballerina. And number 1, Avatar: Fire and Ash. So that's my list. What are your most anticipated movies of this year? Make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. Is there some of the ones on my list that were on my list that are not on yours? Let me know. I'm interested to know, what are you guys looking forward to the most? Is there something on my list that I should have included that I don't know that's coming out yet? Again, mention that in the comment section below, so we can get a conversation going of what are you guys thinking about your anticipated movies of the year and such. But again, if you like what you see, make sure you click that like and subscribe button. A simple like and subscribe really helps us out here at the Entertainment Enthusiast. It helps us know that, hey, we're doing a good job here, and continue doing what we like to do, is talk about movies, entertainment, gaming, whatever it is. it proves that we're doing a good job, and B, it gets us close. This is a bonus, but it gets us close to monetization, so we can actually get funded to do more stuff for you guys. And again, that's just an added bonus to get paid for the stuff that we like talking about in terms of movies, games, anything entertainment. So again, really a simple like and subscribe really helps us out, gets us closer to that goal, and also it can also be a form of networking to, if you like what you see, spread it along to other people so we can get this page growing to be a pretty high end juggernaut that isn't for entertainment content, kind of like IGN, but maybe better. But again, I digress. But again, simple like and subscribe really helps us out here and help you out. Click the notification bell at the bottom right corner of your screen that lets you know, hey, there's a new video. There's a new video out there. Whether it be a video game let's play segment, that from our Twitch, which I'll get to in mention in a sec, to a movie review for, like, I've done quite like for The Crow, which I did a few weeks ago, to a top 10 best and worst list, etc. Anything that we do here at the Entertainment Enthusiast, if that's uploaded on the channel and you're notified, you will be and you have the notification bell clicked, you will be notified there's a new video out. Speaking of Twitch, follow us on Twitch. This is where we do a lot of our live streaming for video games, for Let's Play segments. So follow us there to chat with us live, ask us questions live, hang out with us live, or see whatever crazy antics we get into live. You can do that on Twitch, but if you're in a comment section, be peaceful. Don't like that. I had to block somebody because they just cussed me out for no reason. I don't know why, so I had to block them. So we ask us questions, be like, we're all trying to have fun here at the Entertainment Enthusiast. So again, we just keep it calm, profesh, all that kinds of stuff. We're not profesh, but keep it polite. I'll just say that, because we like doing this stuff and we don't want to get thrown off Twitch for something that we didn't do. But again, if you can't catch us there live, no worries. I download the videos after our Let's Play segment. I upload them to the YouTube page, because after 15, 30 days, they delete our videos. They do it for everybody. I don't know why. It's not a good way to have a steady stream of content. Yeah, steady stream of content on the channel, like on the Twitch channel. So that's why I upload them to YouTube. So we have them on there. You won't be able to, you can still ask us questions, but we won't be able to answer them live. It'll be after the fact. But again, this is just the two different avenues for you to check out. Kind of, if you want to see everything live, follow us on Twitch. If you want to watch it after the fact, it's on the YouTube channel as well. So again, follow us on Twitch, click the like and subscribe button, and click the notification bell button in the corner of your screen. Before I go, to ask a quick question: have you been entertained? And if not, tune in next time.